Hello and welcome on 360 Sport. That's DTigress there, what they did over there in Serbia as they were able to win against France. Taking their own pound of flesh against France, who has actually defeated them twice. Good one for Nigeria and DTigress. They won that game by just a tip of the finger. They were able to do. Nigerians are celebrating the ladies after they lost against China in their first game. They rallied back and they were able to win. Good for Nigeria there. As we speak right now, they will be facing Mali in their next game. And the good thing is that from these, Nigeria will actually qualify for the World Cup. And we are celebrating our ladies, the DTigress, defending champion of Afro basket when it's also women basketball in Africa, and right now they've done well over there in Serbia. Despite the timing of arriving over there in Serbia, they were still able to rally around as they won that game. A good one for Nigeria and DTigress there, just by 2 points, 67-65. France, they fell to the firepacks of Nigerian ladies, the Nigerian DTigress. We really have to celebrate them for what they did yesterday in that FIBA Women World Cup qualifier taking place over there in Serbia. In our group, we have China, Nigeria, Mali, and also not forgetting France. Now, France is down, and now we hope that Nigeria can also defeat Mali to meet the complete roundup. Now, we are second on the log, and we hope to actually make it to win in 3 games. As we speak, Nigeria will qualify, but there's still one more match to play, Nigeria versus Mali. Good one, Nigeria and DTigress, using that to usher you in to sports program. That is 360 Sport on Trust TV for this weekend. A lot of stories flying around. We'll be taking them one by one. But before we go to those stories trending, let's look at the week from Sunday down to yesterday. A lot of news that flew around, and we just have to look at so many of them, starting from, if you recall, Senegal, they were able to win the AFCON gallantly on Sunday. It was a moment of joy for the Senegalese. Every part of Senegal, they were celebrating after dislodging Egypt on penalty shootout. Eduardo Mendy was the hero, and also not forgetting their star player, Sadio Mane, who also did so well. A good one for Coach Aliou Cisse. We're looking at AFCON review now. We're looking at all the review of events that happened during the week before we preview matches for this weekend. Let's look at the Senegalese. As we talk about Senegal, they actually did so well as they were able to win that competition there. Well, good one for the fact that for the first time in the history of AFCON, Senegal, they did well by winning the competition for the first time. Right now, they are celebrating the city of Dakar. You can't take it away from them. If you look at the arrival of the Senegalese player to Dakar, it was a homecoming as they really celebrate them. Let's have it.
Avec la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations. En compagnie de Sadio Mane, Cheikhou Kouyaté, national du Sénégal. Mon ami Kouyaté dans la place du Sénégal. Bienvenue chez vous, bienvenue chez vous. Monsieur Macky Sall et Kalidou Koulibaly qui tiennent ensemble la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations. Allez-y, voilà, voilà, merci. Mon ami Kouyaté dans la place du Sénégal. Bienvenue chez vous, bienvenue chez vous. Monsieur Macky Sall et Kalidou Koulibaly qui tiennent ensemble la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations. Allez-y, voilà, voilà, merci.
Senegalese celebrating their Sadio Mane, Kalidou Koulibaly, the president and entire squad celebrating the fact that they were able to win the AFCON. They've been pursuing it for years, and you can just imagine the celebration over there in Dakar as people rushed out to celebrate the Teranga Lions of Africa now, because they are the new defending champion for the next till next year when Cote d'Ivoire will be hosting the event. They are going to be the champions for the next 1 year. Good one for Senegal, who really they fought hard and they were able to win that particular game there. We just have to appreciate the fact that the team came together and they made statement. Talking about AFCON. Now we move away from AFCON story, celebrating Senegal, and we just have to look at after that. CAF released the CAF Best 11. Yes, CAF Best 11 was released. Let's look at the Best 11, where you have the likes of Sadio Mane, Vincent Aboubakar, Mohamed Salah. You have El Neni, who also was part of that team. Mendy. You have all of them part of the team that actually won the qualifier for the Best 11. Eduardo Mendy, Abdul Monen. You have Tabsoba. You have Hakimi Ashraf. Not forgetting the subs, where you have Andre Onana, Collins Faye, Kalidou Koulibaly, Tokwe Kambi, and likes of Bertrand Traore making the sub for the Best 11. Well, even though a lot of Nigerians were not too happy that Moses Simon couldn't make that cut, but the good thing is that, well, we tried our best, but it wasn't to be, as we actually crashed out in the round of 16. But the good thing right now is we are preparing ahead of the match that we come up with against Ghana. But for the Best 11, this list I just rolled out, they made the Best 11 as we're reviewing the week that just is ending today. Talking about different locations in Africa, in the whole world, talking about sporting activities that went down across the globe for the past 1 week. We talked about the AFCON winning team, the Senegalese, and also look at the CAF Best 11 there. Now, from there, we look at another story that came out during the week, was the one that has to do with Nigerian Football Federation, NFF. NFF, they announced that, yes, they will be retaining Augustine Guavoin as the manager, the interim manager. He will continue his job after taking Nigerian Super Eagles to AFCON. He was able to change the mentality of so many Nigerians after the 3 matches we played, even the 4th one against Tunisia. They played well, though result did not come against Tunisia, but it shows that we had a promising team. Good one for NFF, confirming it that Amunike will be joining Augustine Guavoin as first assistant coach, while Guavoin retained his position as the interim manager and also the technical director. And to let you know that Guavoin started moving around Nigerian league to watch Nigerian Professional Football League matches. He was in the Ilorin, Kwara State, to see Kwara United playing their game, and he said he will be featuring he will be giving chance or space to so many Nigerian professional footballers that apply their trade home in Nigeria. That's a good one. At least very soon we'll be seeing a lot of Nigerians playing in the MPFL, also making way to the Nigerian Super Eagles, coming from the NFF, retaining Augustine Guavoin as the interim manager and also the TD, as they call it, technical director, while drafting in Emmanuel Amunike as the first assistant alongside Joseph Yobo. Not forgetting Aloy Agu was actually part of that technical crew, will be the goalkeeper's trainer. Good run from the NFF there. Still reviewing what happened during the week. We look at another story. We actually have to look at Basketball League Africa. Basketball League Africa also came up with teams that will be playing in the Nile Conference and also the Savannah Conference. In those parts of Africa, Senegal, Dakar precisely, will be hosting the Savannah Conference, while Cairo, Egypt will be hosting the Nile Conference. Teams actually were picked. Let's look at those teams quickly. Different teams that made that team that will be playing there. Although Nigerian Rivers Upas were not picked, they are the defending champion of our league, but as it is, they couldn't make it. Looking at BAL, African League, different teams that make that team there, group there. Well, for as the way it is, let's look at the animation of that particular league that was made by Basketball African League. Basketball League Africa there. Well, teams will be jostling for honor in Dakar, Senegal, also in Cairo, Egypt, before they will finally go to Kigali, Rwanda to finalize the competition. That's a good one there. Just looking at events that happened during the week. Now we move away from there as we talk about the another story that came out where Lagos will be hosting the Commonwealth Games Judo Trials. They will be hosting about 300 judokas across Nigeria, will be converging in Lagos for the Commonwealth Games. Commonwealth Games trials that will be coming up. Judokas will have to fight. They need to represent Nigeria in that sport, and they will be trying their best to see how they will pick the opportunity of competing for Nigeria. The Commonwealth Games, Birmingham City in England, will be hosting the same year come July. Well, good one there coming from judo. We move away from judo. We talk about Super Eagles. Super Eagles of Nigeria, they moved from 35th to 32nd in the latest FIFA ranking. Now they are third in Africa. Actually, they were fifth before, but now they are third and coming 32nd in the world. Talking about the latest FIFA ranking. And if you look at Africa, Senegal are still top after winning the AFCON. They are now 18th in the world. You have Morocco as second with standing 24th in the world, and you have Nigeria 32nd in the world and third in Africa, Egypt 34th in the world and fourth in Africa, Tunisia, Cameroon, Algeria, Mali, Cote d'Ivoire and Burkina Faso in that pecking order. Well, good one for Nigeria at least. This will actually add more spark. Let's see how we continue to do well in our subsequent games, talking about Nigeria and Super Eagles in the latest FIFA ranking. From there, we look at another story that came out during the week. Is Parasport Festival. We've been having National Sports Festival for so many years, but for the first time in the history of Parasport in Nigeria, the Nigerian Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport deemed it fit to set up a committee that National Parasport Festival will be coming up this year, and it will be having about 14 events: para powerlifting, para canoeing, para swimming, para shooting, para taekwondo, not forgetting para table tennis, para soccer, para badminton, para athletics, sitting volleyball, and you look at deaf sport and wheelchair basketball. These are the team events rather that the teams will be participating. All the para sportsmen and women out there in Nigeria, they will have the opportunity to showcase their talent in the world of para sport. There's always ability in disability. So that's why they deem it fit to give them this particular template for them to compete when it comes to para sport in Nigeria. So this year we'll be having Parasport Festival coming up in Nigeria for the first time, being the maiden edition. I can imagine the joy on the faces of the para athletes in Nigeria when this was announced during the week. And before we quickly move to previewing, let's take one more story that we are reviewing for the week. Tech Ball series will be coming up in France, precisely in Paris, and 4 Nigerians will be participating in that Tech Ball series. They will be participating there, representing this country for the first time. 4 Nigerians, highest ranked 4 Nigerians, have been picked to represent us there, and hopefully they'll be able to do well in Tech Ball World Series coming up in Paris, and hopefully they will do well there, because that sport is really making waves across the globe and is exciting to watch when it comes to tech. But the likes of Ajibade will be playing there, not forgetting the 3 others that will also be joining her in participating for Nigeria in Tech Ball World Series taking place in Paris. Now we move away from reviewing all the events that happened during the week. Senegal winning the AFCON, Basketball African League, not forgetting the FIFA ranking. Ademola Lookman, yes, that story came out too. Ademola Lookman right now will be playing for Nigeria. The news came out that FIFA has approved his allegiance to become the part of Nigerian Super Eagles. He played for the Junior 3 Lions, but now he will be playing for Nigerian Super Eagles. Ademola Lookman, a player of RB Leipzig, loaned out to Leicester City, will be playing for Nigeria any moment. Good one for the winger. He will be adding more sparks to the already sparkling light of the Super Eagles. Reviewing the week in a jiffy for you on 360 Sport. Well, let's quickly go on a short break. By the time we return, we'll be joining Church Arokodare while we preview matches for this weekend.
Thank you. Back to the field now. For the fourth and final check-in match number 4. Out with the backhand there. He's been picked up there by
takes on the ball. Aminu Garba, Sadiq. Aminu Garba, what a good hook there from Sadiq. Can he do it from there? Glory Balo fires the ball, and it's a goal.
Well, back into the field now for a second check there. Apollo, please, can you send it on Parasport? Okay, thank you.
Glory fires the ball down across the center. Look at that move from Glory.
Good one there. We just had to see some polo sport. If you love polo, we just give you a glimpse of how it looks on TV. Good one, that nice sport for the big boys. Now we just have to start with Nigerian Professional Football League matches will be coming up this weekend in different stadiums across Nigeria. Let's look at the fixtures quickly as matches will be coming up today and tomorrow. Enyimba International will be at home against Niger Tornadoes. Enyimba standing fourth on the log. We want to at least add more points to their standing. Now Katsina United will be against Kwara United, and you have Rivers United playing at home against Wicked Tourists of Bauchi over there in Port Harcourt. Lobby Stars at Upper Aku Stadium will be hosting MFM, while Heartland, the team that have been struggling, they will travel away to play against Aqua United at Gosua Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. Gombe United will be at home against Remo Stars at the Pantami Stadium against the table topper Remo Stars, who are yet to lose a game this season. Dakada FC will also play away to Shooting Stars of Ibadan at Lekon Salami Stadium in Adamasiba in Ibadan. While Kano Pillars will play Northern Derby against Plateau United in a big cracker with the Mesugida boys win the game. Let's leave that for them to actually answer with their boots. Enugu Rangers at home against Abia Warriors, while Nasarawa United will be hosting Sunshine Stars. You look at those games and it will be coming up live this weekend in Nigerian Professional Football League match day 13 there. Well, matches will be played across different centers in Nigeria. We hope there won't be violence because of what happened between Remo Stars and Shooting Stars of Ibadan. Right now, on Monday, the two teams will be, they have been summoned for a peace meeting in Abuja to talk to their fans to stop their unruly behavior. Vehicles were actually windscreen of vehicles were smashed during their game. People were attacked, and now LMC, they've written letter to the two teams involved, Remo Stars and Shooting Stars, that they are summoned for peace meeting, and they just have to work on that. To also let you know that the Nigerian National League have started. Match started yesterday in Lagos. Bandresa are playing draw against Bende Insurance. All those games, some of these games will be coming up this weekend in the Nigerian National League Second Tier League. Now let's go to Europe. Let's look at the EPL. English Premier League fixtures for you quickly. Matches will be played this weekend. Manchester United will be at home against Southampton. Brentford against Crystal Palace. Just have to look at Leeds United against Everton. Can Everton get a win in this game? Lampard will have to work out with his boys. Watford against Brighton over Albion. We have Norwich City also against Manchester City. Liverpool will be away to Burnley, while Newcastle United at St James Park will be at home against Aston Villa. Well, Coutinho should be in action there. Wolverhampton Wanderers will be away to Tottenham Hotspur, while Leicester City will be at home against David Moyes-led West Ham United. Now, joining me in the studio to talk about these matches is Churchill Rokodare. Now, Churchill Rokodare, good to have you.
Good morning, Ayo. Good morning, Nii.
Okay, good morning. They are looking at the matches for this weekend in the English Premier League. We've rolled out MPFL. Now let's look at the EPL. Matches will be played. Just have to look at those games quickly. A lot of people will be looking at what's happening to Manchester United. They've not been able to spark up anything really serious, although they are among the contenders when the season started, but they dropped the burden along the line. Manchester United, Southampton. How do you see that game?
I'm a Manchester United fan, so
okay.
Obviously I want Manchester United to win. I think of recent we have been very unlucky with our chances. We've not been taking our chances, and our defense has been a bit shaky. So yes, I propose a 2-0 United win. Hopefully, I think that's how it will play out.
Okay, you believe your team will win the game, right?
Yes, 2-0.
2-0. Okay, I wait to remind you what's going to happen. So far, you are so sure that Southampton will not be too stubborn against Manchester United. Are you there, George?
I don't think so. I don't think they'll. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Just yesterday, talking about Manchester United, David De Gea, your goalkeeper, said the team is actually cursed. Do you believe in that?
I think he was being diplomatic. There's no right answer to what Manchester United right now. So we'll take any explanation or any excuse we can get. So yes, maybe we're under a curse.
Okay, you mean De Gea was just playing around?
Yes, he was just playing around.
Okay, now looking at Ronaldo, because I saw one particular post where Ralph Ragnick was talking about Ronaldo and the entire team that, okay, it's not only about Ronaldo now, the entire team should come out and score. Lately, goals have not been coming for Manchester United, and the talisman, talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, who has played 5 games without scoring, which is not too common for a player of his caliber. Okay, well, we just lost that call down. Maybe Church will still join us. Okay, Church, are you there?
Yeah,
okay, I was talking about Ralph Ragnick, talking about Cristiano Ronaldo and the entire squad, that they should be scoring, because lately goals have not been flowing from Manchester United players' boot.
Yes, if you look at the stats from the last 3 games, we've had like 70 shots and just 3 goals. Obviously, creating the chances is not the problem. It's trying to score those chances that is becoming an issue. So definitely, I think I agree with Ragnick when he's trying to put a bit of pressure on the attackers that they need to do more, and not just Ronaldo. Everybody needs to contribute and make sure that's created by the midfielders are actually being converted. So yes, I agree with him.
Okay, well, we've been looking at Manchester United against Southampton, and Church Arokudare has been giving us insight to those points raised. Now, let's look at another game that a lot of people want to see what Frank Lampard will bring to the table in another game that will be playing after losing his game over there at the game he played first in the English Premier League. But now he will play at the Goodison Park. Do you think the support of the fans might actually spur him and the players into action?
Yeah, I think it would. I think it would. I've always thought Lampard is, I would say, a great coach, but a good coach. He tends to play attacking football. So I think with the new manager bounce, even if they lost over in the midweek to Newcastle, but through the new manager bounce, he would come. He has this good feeling already around him, around everything. So I feel like the crowd will be able to push them forward.
Okay, now, if you believe that Lampard has what it takes to win the game that will be playing in the English Premier League, let's look at Manchester City. Manchester City, right now, they are really running away with the league title. They are running and no one seems to be pursuing them. Although Liverpool, after winning their last game, they caught the point again. But you look at that team, from January till now, they seems to be ready to run away with the title. What would you say about this?
It's unfortunate that we, as the teams in the Premier League, has allowed Guardiola turn Premier League to Spanish League or Bundesliga. He has come to show us that it's possible.
Did they allow them, or they didn't play it? So
he has come to show us that it's possible for a coach to come and dominate a league. Unfortunately for us, we are at the receiving end. But I think the league is massive to lose. I think I don't think Guardiola will lose it. So I think it's almost over. So I think it's done, except something happens from somewhere else, something miraculous happens from any of the team that makes Liverpool catch up with them. But I think City will win the league definitely.
And they'll be playing away to Norwich City. Norwich City, we know how poor they've been this season. Do you think they stand a chance against Manchester City?
The funny thing about teams that are in relegation is that you can never really predict how they will come out, because when you're down, there's nothing more to fear, so they tend to come out fighting. So, but I don't think they will have enough to pose a threat, but you can never say.
Well, so now, that's you believe that Norwich City can hold their own against Manchester City from the way you are talking?
I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping they do, but I don't think so.
Okay. Now, if that is the case, let's look at Leicester City, where we have Brenda Rogers right now, seems to be sitting on the hot seat lately. Performance has been a bit not too impressive, and now fans are already calling for his head. Leicester will be playing against David Moyes' team, who has really shocked everyone this season. Moyes, that didn't do well at Manchester United, has turned things around with West Ham. Do you think he will be able to hold down his own against Leicester?
I think he would. I think we are starting to see what Ferguson saw in Moyes when he said he should be a successor. Maybe this is what he saw. We're not sure, but maybe. Because this is the second season in a row where he's actually trying to contend for top four. So definitely there's something there. As regards Brendan Rodgers, I think the rumors around him going to Man U kind of unstable the team a bit. And that's why their form dipped. I think they are trying to get back there, but I think it's a bit too late. So maybe mid-table finish for them.
Okay, now from what you just said, you said maybe now he's showing what Alex Ferguson saw in him that is now showing. And if you look at, really, he has turned it around since he moved to West Ham. What do you think happened with Manchester? Let me take you back before we come back to the game. What really happened with Manchester United with David Moyes? That now he's doing so well with West Ham, and he couldn't do such with Manchester. Was it that the club was too big for him?
The Ferguson's shoes will be too big for anybody. I think even if Guardiola walked into Man U right now, he will still struggle a bit before he finds his feet. So it's unfortunate that Moyes was the first to go in, and the shoes were too big for him to fill. That's basically what happened. Then he didn't have the backing of the board. The board has been up and down since Ferguson left. I think Ferguson's departure made it obvious their frailties and where their lapses. So now there's nobody there to cover it up and at the same time manage the club properly. So anybody that goes in there right now will probably fail, except you are on the standard of Guardiola club, and even with that, you'll still be shaky.
Okay, we've been looking at the English Premier League fixtures for this weekend. Matches will be played across different stadia in England. We've been looking at those games now. Let's look at another one that will be coming. We have Tottenham against Wolverhampton Wanderers. George, look at this game. Antonio Conte, well, for now, Tottenham also, they are not finding it easy. You just have to admit with me on that. Against Wolverhampton, do you think they can win this particular fixture?
Well, yes, I think Tottenham will win this fixture. I don't think Conte allows for 2 defeats in a row, so I'm sure that they will probably come out swinging. Conte is the kind of coach that doesn't like losing, so losing 2 matches in a row against mid-table teams is something that he won't tolerate. So I think Tottenham will win this one by maybe like 3-1.
You're saying 3-1 will be in favor of Tottenham Hotspur, right?
Yes.
I will take you on this. We'll wait on that quickly. Looking at the matches coming up in the English Premier League with George Arokudare from Lagos. Let's quickly look at, well, Leicester City, West Ham, Burnley, Liverpool. Liverpool, despite not having Sadio Mane and Salah in January, they still maintain their stand, and now they play away to Burnley, Norwich City against Manchester City, Watford against Brighton and Hove Albion. Those are the games for this weekend as we just roll out the fixture there. Let's move straight to La Liga. Let's look at those games alongside George Arokudare. Their matches will be coming up in the La Liga Santander. Let's look at, before La Liga, really. Yes, let's look at La Liga before we talk about the Club World Cup. Cadiz versus Celta Vigo, Villarreal versus Real Madrid. That match will be one of the biggest matches for this weekend. A lot of people want to see what would Samuel Chukwueze's team do against Real Madrid, who are right now also running away with the title. They are really doing so well. Ancelotti has turned things around there. Rayo Vallecano against Osasuna. Getafe away to Atletico Madrid in a derby. It's going to be a derby there between Getafe and Atletico Madrid. Alaves against Valencia. You have Levante versus Real Betis. Granada play away to Real Sociedad, while Espanyol will also be playing a derby versus Barcelona. Now we'll be looking at Espanyol Barcelona is a derby, Atletico Getafe and Villarreal Real Madrid. Church, Villarreal Real Madrid, you look at this game, you'll be like, okay, what's going to happen at talking about Villarreal hosting Real Madrid? We know how Real Madrid have really turned things around. They've really done well. Benzema and the rest of the team have really been performing so well this season. And do you think they will be able to have a way of winning this game? Because you look at Villarreal too, whenever they're facing Real Madrid, it's always a cracker where you have a Nigeria, Samuel Chukwueze. We hope that he will be featured in this game.
I think he's going to be featured. I think he has been playing a lot lately, so he's going to be featured. If I was go by sentiments, I would say I want them to win. But logically, we all know that Madrid will win. So, but definitely I want them to get a result.
What's your head telling you at your heart? Maybe your head is telling you Villarreal will win, and your heart is telling you Madrid will win. Where are you standing? Or you are placing your heart and your head in the same place?
No, my heart's telling me that Villarreal will pick a point. But my head is saying Madrid will be too strong for them and Madrid will win.
Don't you think, now, you know, Madrid will play in Champions League on Tuesday, and you know it's going to be a big one. They will be facing a team like, that should be PSG, yes. This match is a big match, and also the other one. Don't you see maybe they will be cautious? That will give them that little being cautious, and that could give Villarreal the chance to come out and shock them.
Now that you actually mentioned it, yes, they might want to be a bit conservative. They might not necessarily want to start or want to rest some players in looking at the Champions League, saying that is actually one of their main priorities. We all know that just the league is not good for Madrid nowadays. So, yeah, so they might want to rest a bit on some players. But at the same time, I think their squad depth is big enough to accommodate that. So they will still be strong enough to beat Villarreal.
Okay, we're looking at 3 games there. We just looked at Villarreal versus Real Madrid. We have 2 derbies that will be coming up. We have Atletico Madrid versus Getafe. They are in the same city of Madrid. And we have Espanyol versus Barcelona, the same city of Barcelona too. And what's going to be happening between these 2 matches is always a big one, because you don't underrate Espanyol, that is Barcelona, while Getafe too have been very stubborn whenever they face Atletico and Real Madrid.
Atletico to Getafe, I think Atletico have been having a terrible season. The matches you think they will win are the ones they tend to lose or draw. So I think this derby might just bring out the pressures, or be a bit more. Pressure might just be a bit more on the players, and they might not come to play. So I think it might end up in a draw, or possibly Getafe win. I don't know what the scoreline will be, but I think it's either a draw or Getafe win. I think the Atletico players are a bit off it. Suarez, yes, he's playing well, but it's just not clicking. Things are not just working. And like you said, Champions League is next week, so everybody seems to want to be cautious around team selection to avoid injuries. I'm sure everybody wants to win the Champions League somehow. So I think it might also end up in a draw or a 2-1 win for Getafe. And in regards Barcelona Espanyol, I think we're seeing a rebuild come to play in Barcelona. The signing of Aubameyang and Traore especially seems to be working. He has injected a bit of life into their team. So I watched their last match and I was really impressed with how they played. Took apart Atletico Madrid. I think they're going to start to see something's good. The things are about to change in Barcelona, and definitely the results will also be pick up. So Barcelona will definitely beat up Espanyol. I think they are on a rise. I don't think Espanyol will be good enough to hold them back.
Well, you believe that Barcelona, they are getting back to their stardom by rising since the inclusion of Adama Traore, Aubameyang. Well, good one there coming from Church Arukudare. Now, let's quickly move to Serie A. Matches will be coming up this weekend. Different matches from different states there over there in the Latin-speaking country. Let's look at Lazio against Bologna, Napoli. Osimhen really, hopefully, will be able to score against Inter Milan. That match will be coming up also today. Looking at this weekend, Inter Milan, Napoli, big one there. Torino, Venezia, 2 Nigerians, Olaino versus Tyrone Ebuehi. AC Milan versus Sampdoria. Empoli will be at home against Cagliari. Salernitana versus Genoa. While you look at Atalanta hosting Juventus. Juventus will be a match that will be very tricky. Juventus have to watch out for that team. Sassuolo versus AS Roma. Sassuolo nearly had their own against Juventus in their last match before Juventus scored. They were able to win 2-1. But AS Roma, Mourinho have to watch out. So let's look at Atalanta, Juventus, Church, and then you look at Napoli, Inter Milan.
So I think Juventus would beat Atlanta. I think the signing of Zakaria. So? I think the signing of Zakaria and one of the top scorers in the league, Vlahovic, is one of the best signings in January transfer window.
I agree with that. Vlahovic has done well by moving to the Juventus.
So I think it balances out their team, and they have this balance that they've been seeking for. I think Allegri tends to play a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. I can't remember. I know he plays Morata and Vlahovic up front, and I don't know how any defense would cope with that. Morata is always a handful, even if he doesn't score as much goals, but it's always a handful. And Vlahovic is a very good goal scorer, so I think there will be too much for Atlanta, and they will get the win.
What about Napoli, the city of Naples versus another big team, Inter Milan?
I think this match will either end up in Napoli win or a draw. Inter Milan, I think they tend to do well when it comes to playing maybe their city rivals, AC Milan. I don't think they have a good record against Napoli. I'm not really sure. But my heart wants Osimhen to play well and win, so I'm going to go with Napoli on this one. I think Osimhen is in a good run. His coach believes in him a lot. And so I spoke about him over the week, saying that they have to create more chances for him. So definitely, if they can do that, Osimhen is a good scorer. I think they will be able to at least beat off Inter Milan's attack and midfield.
Do you see Osimhen scoring?
Yes, I do actually.
Do you see Osimhen scoring, Church?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we've been looking at the Serie A. There are matches for this weekend, but the biggest one is going to be between Napoli versus Inter Milan. That game is a match that a lot of people want to see because of Victor Osimhen. Will he be scoring? Will he be playing? Sure. We hope the very good striker will be able to bang some goals there for Napoli. Now, quickly, we run through German and French League One matches there quickly. German Bundesliga matches will be played there. We just look at it fast, very, very quickly. Bayer Leverkusen against Stuttgart, Borussia Dortmund, Union Berlin, Taiwo Awoni team there. Mönchengladbach versus Augsburg. You have Freiburg will be playing against Mainz 05. And you look at Sport against Hertha Berlin will also be coming up, while Arminia Bielefeld hosts 1899 Hoffenheim there. Let's look at the fixtures in France. French Ligue 1 2 matches will be coming up there, where Montpellier will be playing against the defending champion Lille. Lyon hosts OGC Nice. Monaco against Lorient. Bordeaux travels to play against Lens, while Metz will be at home against Olympique Marseille, who lately have not been doing so well. Clermont versus Saint-Etienne, Brest versus Troyes, and you have Angers will be at home against Strasbourg. Before our time is fast running now, let's quickly talk about the Club World Cup. Church, are you still there? Okay, let's look at the Club World Cup taking place in Abu Dhabi, precisely United Arab Emirates. The third place now will be coming up today, this weekend. We look at those fixtures quickly. Third place will be coming up between two teams who have really tried their best. You have to look at Al Hilal. Chelsea defeated that team, and now they'll be playing third place. Do you think they stand a chance?
Yes, Al Hilal is Igalo's club. I think they were very unfortunate not to get the win against Chelsea. So I think Al Hilal would pick up third place.
You believe Al Hilal will pick the third place?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now let's look at the big one. Chelsea will they will play the match against Brazilian side Palmeiras. That game is like Chelsea looking for they just have to win this game. The last time a team from Brazil, Corinthians, they also did so well against a team from England. And now Chelsea wants to win it because that's the trophy they are looking for now that is missing in their treasury. They want to get this Club World Cup. Do you think they can hold their own against a very talented and skillful Palmeiras of Brazil?
You know, the funny thing is, before, I think like 2 days ago, I was not really sure who and how big Palmeiras was. I was wondering why people were worried that they might beat Chelsea, so I had to do my research. And I realized that they're actually a very, very good team.
Yeah,
so I understand why there's this fear that Chelsea might not be able to. Because in my head, I thought it was a walkover. I already given the task to Chelsea already. So I understand this. and not be a walkover. So I think Chelsea has to come out. Like, they need to come through. If they don't come through, they might just be beaten at the final. So, but I can't really predict.
They struggled against Al Hilal. They really struggled.
Yeah, they did.
And now playing against a very talented side of Brazil, Palmeiras. Although Thomas Tuchel is there, maybe his presence will add more value to the players' psyche. And now they will be playing against Palmeiras. It's a game that a lot of Chelsea fans are underrating Palmeiras. Maybe they need to check and see what that team has really achieved in Brazilian football.
Yes, they need to. I also underrated them initially, but when I did my research, I realized that they're not to be underrated at all. And Chelsea is not, even before they went for the Club World Cup, they were not in a very good run of form. That players are not really playing that as well as they were playing before. So yes, Palmeiras do have a chance, but I think Chelsea will still win though.
But if Chelsea are going to win, according to what you say, that even though you are afraid, what goal margin do you think is going to be?
I think it might end up in a penalty shootout. I think it might end up in a... So,
I just hope that they will actually do well against Palmeiras. A lot of people really underrate that team, thinking maybe it's one small team. Go on internet and Google Palmeiras, you see what they've achieved. Although football is not played like that anyway, Chelsea might just come up with their strength and dislodge the Brazilian. Well, George Arokodare has been with us, talking EPL, La Liga, Serie A, not forgetting Bundesliga and the French League One. Now we are talking about the Club World Cup taking place in Abu Dhabi, in United Arab Emirates. Thanks for your time, George Arokodare from Lagos. Thank you so much.
No problem. You're welcome, Lee. It's nice being here.
Good one. Thank you very much. Good one there. George Arokodare has given us insights. So those are some matches that we picked that will be coming up this weekend in all the top leagues in Europe. And we've also rolled out to you the matches coming up this weekend in the MPFL. Matches will be coming up in different stadiums in Nigeria. Go to Remo Stars home away, looking at teams that will be playing home. Enyimba will be hoping that they can add to their point, and not forgetting the likes of Dakar, Aqua United. All these teams will be playing in the MPFL. To let you know that the NNL, Nigerian National League, they will also be playing some matches there this weekend. The big one is here, Ramat Cup, the 39th edition will be starting today in this Asian city of Kano. Ramat Cup is a competition organized by Youth Fund, Youth Sport Federation of Nigeria, and that will be coming up in Kano City. It will be live in Kano under 16 football, and not forgetting athletics, where the Deputy Governor of Kano State, Dr. Governor Nasiru there, will be heralding that particular competition coming up in Kano City. Talking about the Youth Fund 39th edition Ramat Cup, named after the late head of state, General Muritala Ramat Mohammed. That's been a talent hunt event where lots of discovery has been made concerning that competition. The 39th edition will be starting today in Kano. We promise to bring you much more concerning that in our subsequent edition on 360 Sport. Well, to just let you know that Kano is already a goal for the under-16 boys football competition, where all the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory are there to showcase their talent in the under-16. Youth Fund are really bringing a lot of talent to showcase a Nigerian sport and also adding athletics to it. Good one from Youth Fund. We've told you earlier how Nigerian DTigress did well, winning their game against France. They were able to do it for the first time, taking their own pound of flesh. Nigerian DTigress, really hail them for what they did. Losing their first game against China, they bounced back to limelight and they won that game by 2 points, 67-65. Good for DTigress, and hoping that they will defeat Mali and at least make it 2 against 3. Good one for Nigerian DTigress there. We just have to look at all these sporting stories coming to you from the stable of 360 Sport for weekend on Trust TV. Well, that will be it on the show for today. And we want to say have a splendid week ahead, and also make sure you stay safe. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Keep doing sport, it's business, and football. Thanks for